Another really cold morning. Trying to get a nice hot fire going. I've had the draft wide open for a while and it just got past 400. So at some point I'm probably gonna just put the draft halfway. Yeah, it's cold enough out that you can't put the draft much past halfway. Batteries haven't really recovered much since I used the diesel heater last, but we are supposed to get some sun today, so hopefully that helps. Remember when I used to brag about how good our winters were? Dealing with another cold snap and getting a lot of snow lately. Whew, that's quite a difference, eh? The temperature really came up, the sun's out, and now it's too warm in here. Had to open up the window. I really stogged the fire this morning because it was so cold. Now it's just a little too warm. I'm really trying to wait for this to go out so I can go ahead and scoop the ashes because the ashes are just way too high in here right now. But this is looking really good. We got 2 amps coming in and the batteries look really great. We had more snow again last night, so I already came out, cleaned off the car. Also cleaned all the snow off of both solar. Getting lots of solar right now, so I'm pumped about that. Oh man, it's just nice to see the sun. When the sun sets on the camper like this, that's why it's extra warm in there right now. I probably should have paid attention to the weather before I stogged that fire so full this morning when it was pretty cold. Whew, I gotta open more windows. Man, we go from one extreme to another over here. Not used to the cold, but now this fire is just way too hot. Hope my freezer doesn't do what it did the last time the temperature switched like this. Whew. Let that air out a little. Dang, it's hot in there. Still rocking the Crocs. Getting a little snow in them though, so that's never fun. I needed this though. Nice sunny day and a day off. After that cold snap we just had. Boosts the spirits just a little bit, you know? Not really sure what's going on up there, but it's like a giant snot rocket hanging off the chimney cap. But it's super warm in here because it usually is when the sun's sitting on it. Oh, it's nice. It's like a greenhouse. Update on the wood situation. Getting pretty low. I'm gonna guess at this point maybe a few weeks left of this wood. So we're pretty much at the beginning of March right now. Yeah, I'm gonna guess like maybe 3 weeks or so of wood here. Have a nice little pile of some offcut pieces that were just over here for the fire pit, but if worse comes to worse, when the snow finally melts, I'll try to move this wood somewhere else and maybe burn some of that in the evenings. And on days like today, where it's really nice and sunny, not that it's overly warm, it's above freezing though, but really I can just be running the diesel heater because it's only going to use diesel fuel. It's not really going to use much on the batteries because the sun is setting right on the panel, replenishing the batteries right away. So yeah, I might have to look into that just to conserve a bit more wood. Thought for a second it was snowing, but it's just blowing off the roof, I guess. This does get me pumped for spring though. So close I can taste it. I can taste it. We're almost there, Ramsey. Another month or so and we'll be fishing. Well, I will be. I don't know about you. He wants to come out. And I guess he can because although he was reluctant, he did let me trim his nails today. He did a little bit of snarling and hissing at me, but I was able to do it, thankfully. Can only let one out at a time because if I let Rory out here too, he'll probably go running. Where'd you go? What do you know? He came into the tent shed, their favorite place. Looking for the squirrel? Come on. The door's open. Rory, come on. Let's go outside. Go on. It's open. Come on. Rory, come on. There you go. Come on. Well, fine then. Alright, we got 4:49 p.m. Temperature starting to drop a bit. -5, 20 in here. I did manage to scoop a lot of the ashes out of the wood stove just to make more room in there because it is going to be another cold night tonight. I think -13 again. What do we got going on here? Still small amount of solar coming in, 0.1 amps. 12.8 on the batteries. Whoa. Dang, that would jab an eye out, eh? Woo! Anyone else have a hard job keeping ice cream not melted in their RV freezer? I didn't plan on eating the whole thing, but it was a little melty. I gotta try something here. Time for a little experimentation. Okay. Alright. Alright. So, tightened up the alligator clamps on the battery cables. I'm gonna just try something here. Plugging the trailer back in. So they're good. Alright, we're gonna do a little experiment here. I went outside. One of the alligator clamps that was on one of the battery cables was a little loose actually, so I tightened that up, reconnected the clamps to the batteries. I didn't do anything with a wire brush or anything. Nothing really seemed dirty. The battery terminals are just basically like little metal screws, and none of that was corroded or dirty or anything like that. So I reconnected the cables to the batteries with the alligator clamps. I shut off my fridge. I don't want my fridge involved in this experiment at all because we know the drama with that. So I have a couple lights on in here. I'm gonna replugged in the trailer to the generator. So I'm gonna turn the generator on and make sure that everything converts to AC power, and then I'm gonna try to shut it off and see if my lights stay on. Just testing it out. We'll see. Usually takes about 15 seconds or so before the power comes on, like the AC power flicks on after the generator's been started. Huh. Maybe the power converter doesn't work at all. Wait a minute. This is plugged in, right? Yeah. Yeah. The microwave is plugged in. So technically that should flick on. Okay, so I had a real crappy connection with the trailer here being plugged in. I'll try this again. This is as far in here as I can get this plugged in. I'm wondering if this little thing isn't the problem. That's kind of what makes it a normal plug to plug in, because I don't have the... No, this is different. Let's try this again. Oh, that did not sound good. Why did it flicker like that? I could hear something clicking behind the fridge too, and I do have it shut off, but I don't know, maybe it was the power converter down there. Something didn't sound right. But anyway, power is on. Got two sets of lights on here. I'm gonna try shutting the generator off and let's see. Well, let's just see. Should actually see, we got the power flicker and Yeah, generator shut off. Lights convert it back to DC. Let's see if the fridge comes on and works. So that came on. Okay. Kind of scared to do it with the fridge on, I'll be honest with you, because I had a hell of a job getting it to come back on after it went out the last time this happened. But I think the next time I do this, which will be in like 2 seconds, I'm going to leave the fridge on. It's not plugged in to AC power, but something still makes noise back there, so I don't know if there's still some weird connection somewhere. But, you know, the fridge is still running on DC, so if there's a weird power flicker, you know, this will still be affected. Oh. Okay, so the AC power came on for a second and went off again. So what the hell? That's weird. So now I have no AC power, because if I did, my microwave would be lit up here. So it came on and it disappeared again. I'm going to try something, because this has happened before too. I'm going to go outside. This might sound weird, but sometimes the plug to the RV, because the generator, you know, vibrates and such, sometimes the plug loosens out of the actual outlet. So I'm going to go plug it in, try to push it in tight, and then go check to see if the lights are on at the microwave. Okay, so I know you guys didn't see it on camera, but when I pushed that plug in a bit further, the power in here did flicker, like the AC power came on for a second and went out again. I'm just really confused. So this came on the actual trailer plug outside. It just allows you to plug into a regular outlet. Slight corrosion in there where that one prong would go in, if you can see, but good afternoon. I'm not sure where we left off yesterday, but from this day forward, my goal is to figure out this power issue by process of elimination. For 2 reasons. 1, I'm stubborn, and 2, I'm frugal. So rather than going ahead and calling an RV technician to come down here and assess the situation, I just want to do a process of elimination first and just make sure I've tried everything on my end before I go ahead and do that. I don't want to waste money for no reason if I don't need to, and it's not an emergency situation. I do still have DC power. The cord that I have running to the outlet over here in the camper, that's been working out for me fine for the meantime. So for now, yeah, I'm just going to try a few different things and see if it fixes the situation. If not, then maybe I'll look into getting some help from a professional. So yesterday I did go out to the batteries and tightened up one of the alligator clamps. Maybe that was the issue, I don't know. That's one thing that maybe I'll be testing out to see if the problem has been eliminated, but yeah, the alligator clamp was loose, so I tightened the screw on that and it has a better connection now. So that's one thing down. Second thing I've been working on, let's go outside. So this is another issue that I've been having. It's a totally separate issue than the DC power, you know, tripping on me, but I've had this issue several times in the past. So because this is a 30 amp plug, my generator doesn't have that. It has this here, which isn't the same plug. This looks like a slide and lock type situation. But this thing here, this adapter, came on the cord of the trailer, you know, when I got the camper. So I'm able to plug this into a regular 20 amp outlet here. But the thing is, for it to fit in there, it has to go in upside down. And this adapter here is already quite thick. So that being plugged in, plus the weight of this cord, and the vibration from the generator, it seems to work its way out of the plug, and then I lose DC power and I have to come out here and push it in to try to give it a better connection. But it always seems to like wiggle its way out. Not all the time, but occasionally it does that. So I think I want to get rid of this adapter altogether. Anyway, so I need to get an adapter that's going to fit into here, and the other end obviously my plug will fit into that. I'm thinking that's going to fix the situation, because this is like a slide and lock type deal. Whereas this plug here, you know, your generator is going to be moving around, bouncing around, vibrating. Your plug works its way out. I feel like once I get a new adapter plug and plug that into the generator, then I'll really be able to test it out by shutting the generator off and seeing if the DC power doesn't come back on or what have you. So that's the next step in this process. I think I'm going to call the one of the RV stores in town and just see if they have an adapter for the plug that's going to work for me. Hi there, I was just looking for a particular adapter for my RV plug-in cord. It is a 3-prong. You do? Okay. It's what is the price you have on those? $65? Okay, perfect. I'll probably be in tomorrow to get that then. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye-bye. I don't know if you guys heard that. $65 for an adapter. I'm pretty sure I saw some on Amazon cheaper than that. The only problem is it might take like a freaking week to get here. I'm gonna go looking on Amazon because $65 is wow. So this is exactly why I decided to look on Amazon. Here's the plug I need. It's a 2-pack. You get 2 of them. Mine is an L5-30R, so this will work for me. You get 2 of them, not one, for $15.99. Okay, tax included $24.46. Well, there we go. It says arriving Sunday. Wow, that's kind of crazy though. I ended up getting 2 of those plugs for, you may as well say $25. And the local RV store wanted $65 for one. Pays to shop around. I don't want that RV store going out of business or anything, but I mean, in today's economy and people are already not doing that great, why would you pay $65 for one when you can get 2 off Amazon for $25? Just saying. Maybe a little cheaper quality, but I checked all the reviews and all the reviews were good. Everybody said that it served its purpose. I don't run the generator for really long periods of time, so hopefully it works for me. But yeah, it just makes more sense for me to get something that I can lock in there and plug the trailer cord into than to have it into a regular outlet and, you know, the generator bouncing up and down and vibrating and it just pushes it out. So this is going to work much better. I'm always learning. I didn't even know what this plug was for, not going to lie. But it makes more sense to me now. I mean, I've only been doing this now for what, 5 years, 6 years? I don't really have an excuse for myself. But anyway, those adapters are likely going to take close to a week to get here from Amazon. We'll have to test those out together in the next video. Hopefully everything goes well and hopefully everything works. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and hopefully I will see you in the next. Peace. Had to come inside and grab a quick snack, you know. Don't judge.